Yo, people, what's good? It's Durag Diaries here back with another episode. And it's a shame, man. It's a shame. I thought my first video, my first match reaction was going to be off the back of a big win, a big home win, being that in the North London derby. But no. Spurs do it yet again. And we let ourselves down. We let the fans down. We fail to turn up in a big game. Yet again. We haven't beat a Big Six team since this time last season. And that was United. That's a shit United at that. It's absolutely pathetic at this moment in time, man. I'm fuming. My head's still steaming. I was thinking into this video. I was going, should I do it? Should I leave them? Should I run away? Should I do up track star today? But nah, man, I can't because we've got to speak on a few things. The game itself, man. Let's talk about. Of course, it ended 1-0 Arsenal. Gabriel Magalhaes, header, set piece specialist Arsenal. We've known that since last season. We knew one thing that they could kill us with was a set piece. Tottenham have failed to defend against set pieces good enough for the past 6 or 7, 8 months. Since January, since that time where Vicario got bullied in the box. Seems like everyone seems to be targeting us on corners. And it was poor defending. Absolutely poor defending for Romero. Time in and time out, I go. I defend this guy. I'm on stream. Rolly Romero. He's a fucking Wally, man. Because how? Bro, literally track your runner. Basic man mark defending. Track your runner. And there was one simple job we couldn't do. And you know, Arsenal did not even need to get out of second gear. They didn't even need to get out of second gear. It was too easy. We played them into their hands. Literally, when I look at the game, I see the stats. 65% possession Tottenham. 15 shots on goal. Nearly double the passes Arsenal did. But we done nothing with it. There was nothing to show for it. I watched the game and I can't even fathom one clear-cut opportunity we had. Arsenal had more than us. Arsenal were the better team. I don't want to sit here and give excuses, but we have none. Ange, there's zero excuse for that yesterday. I'm not even trying to put this on Ange. I've seen a few people go out there, jump the gun, Ange out and all this silly business. I'm not there yet. I'm nowhere near there. Look, the football was decent. The football looks all right. But I need to see more in the final third. There's only so much you can do with the quality of player that we have. When you're starting Brennan Johnson week in, week out, bad after bad performance, he deactivated his Instagram last night. That goes to show you. He's an absolute loser. A loser. No mentality. No ambition to get better. He's going to go home and cry in the corner. Cry, oh, they're calling me rubbish. Oh, they're abusing me. I could give a fuck. We could care less. Show me on the pitch what you mean to this team. Show me why you deserve to be in that first XI. But every time I watch him, I'm convinced more and more that we donated to the charity that is Nottingham Foundation. Nottingham Foundation, we donated to them. They needed money to get them less of a point span, and we just said, you know what? We'll help you out there. Take that. Take 45 million off us. Absolute fools. Fools. Because they've got a better winger in Callum Hudson-Odoi over there. And he's probably worth half the money. Half the money. They're laughing. They're laughing at us. Oh, my God. Sorry, guys, man. My head's still gone. My head's still gone from yesterday. This is North London derby time. We're supposed to show us that we played for the badge. That we wanted it. We didn't want nothing. Let's actually talk about the game. Let's get into it because all this anger and all this frustration, let's try to break it down. Let's try to break down where the problems came from because I'd say that we controlled large parts of the game. As my man Deji likes to say, domination in the location. Them things were going in. But once we got to the final third, nothing happened. Sonny, Maddison, they don't know what they're doing with the ball. Maddison far too often. I like him. And I think in first two phases of play, he does really well to control the ball, build up the play, get the ball moving forward. And he breaks the lines at times when you need him to. But when it comes to playing that final pass that Odegaard specializes in, that pass that Kevin De Bruyne specializes in, the pass that Bruno Fernandes does well, only sometimes, about 50% of the time, but he does it so well at times. Maddison just doesn't have the ability to do it. I'm sorry, I'm saying it now. He just ain't got the ability for us. He can't play that key pass. He can't make that, game-changing play. He's not got the ability to do it on a consistent basis. I've seen him do it against the lower level teams. And, when you're playing against Everton, it's all nice, dribbling through two players, playing it through to just Dom Solanke or Son through and goal. It looks nice because the quality is just not there. But even in this Arsenal midfield this weekend, Jorginho, Partey, Trossard, we dominated them. Kulusevski was all over the gaff. And that's, I have to say, one good performer for the weekend. Kulusevski, hold your head up high, man. Hold your head up high. There was a few, actually. Let me not say one, because Udogie played well. I think Van de Ven played well as well, covered his ground really well and done his job. But I'd probably say those three for me were the standouts. Some players that I looked at and said, you know what, hold your head high. The rest of them just wasn't good enough. But Sonny and Madders in particular, nothing. Sonny, he kept doing the, let me get out onto the left side. Let me do the 1v1, take the ball out of a lot of space, high and wide. But there was no cross at the end of it. You weren't trying to get the ball in there. He didn't have a shot, for goddamn sake. How is it Sonny, the guy that we've known at Spurs for 8 or 9 years, literally one of the highest goal scorers in the North London derby, and most of his goals, edge of the box finishes, left foot, right foot. I don't know what's happened to him these past 2 years, but he's scared. He's scared of shooting. This team is scared of putting the ball in the back of the net. Half of those shots, by the way, the 15, probably came after the Arsenal goal. Because at that point, that's when we just start shooting from 25 yards because we have no other way of breaking them down. I knew going into this game that Arsenal were going to be defensively resolute. I looked at that back line and I knew they're going to be able to lean on their strength, which is that, that back four. If they decide to sit deep, which they did at times, they're going to be able to do that for periods. And Tottenham are going to struggle to break them down. I knew this would be a problem. But we've had the most final third entries against Arsenal any team has done against Arsenal across the last 2 seasons. So there's no excuse as to Arsenal were defending too good for us to break through. And no, we just didn't have the quality to put the ball in the back of the net. We didn't have the quality to, when we got the ball into the box, to play that final pass. To just that little quick thinking, maybe chop it inside, Brennan. Chop it inside, shoot with your left. He just hasn't got the quality. He hasn't got the football IQ. It just wasn't there yesterday. Honestly, Brennan Johnson, get out my club. Get out my club, please. Please. And then the worst thing about it is you go from Brennan Johnson to Timo Werner. Timo Werner. This is what I need to rely on. This is my club. Oh, my God. Oh, I'm starving. I'm not going to lie. My first apology this weekend is going to have to go out to my nigga Monts, man. Oh, my boy Monts. Because I said to him about a month ago, our wingers are more effective than his. I don't know what I was seeing. I think I might have woke up. I might have been hallucinating that morning. That's all I'm going to say. I might have had a mushroom or two, and that they weren't the normal ones from Tesco's. I was hallucinating. My brain was not working correctly because I don't know what came to my mind to even think that's a possibility. Johnson and Werner. How? This is why I have to pet. Oh, I'm in so much pain right now. As you can see, it's just North London derby day, man. It's not the way to turn out. 3 losses in a row at home. They've beat us more times at our stadium than we beat them. Honestly, I don't even know how much worse it can get, but I don't even want to say that. We've got 1 win so far this season in 4 games. And then the absolute cheek of Ange to come out and after and correct himself and say, I don't usually win, I always win. Show me the money. Because I don't have no reason to think at this moment in time that we're going to win a trophy. What trophy are we going to win, Ange, playing like this? What trophy are we going to win if we can't put the ball in the back of the net? You said you have one way of playing, one style of football. This is who we are, mate. This is who we are. Is this who we are today? Team that can't put the ball in the back of the net. You said the aim of the game is to score more goals than the opponent. We can't score one. We can't score one. But honestly, Arsenal didn't even need to get out of second gear today. Their best players were their centre-backs. Saka, stinker, didn't do anything. Martin Smelly, another one, didn't do anything. He got put in front of the goal and he was shell-shocked. He couldn't know the back. Oh, my God. Trossard and Havertz, nowhere to be seen. But they still won. They still won. And you know what? That's what winners do. They don't even need to play good. And it's, you know what? People are going to go out there and say it. It was a Spursy game. An absolute Spursy performance. Because you play better than them all game, create more chances. But no, the one way we're going to lose is to a corner. One silly little corner. Honestly, though, man, it was just poor from Tottenham. Poor from Ange. For like the changes just weren't good enough. Look back on our transfer window now, and I know I called it a 6 out of 10, but it might be even lower because the final third quality just isn't there. We're lacking so much final third play. We haven't got those players in those positions who can just make something from nothing. Those players that are willing to step it up and say, this is my time. I saw Foden do it time in and time out last season. I'm not saying we have a player of his quality, but it goes to show that if a young player wants to do it and they have the ability, they will show it. And that's what Phil Foden done. And I ain't seen that from no one in our team. No one wants to step up and say, I'm going to play for the badge. I'm going to do it today. I'm going to drag us out of this hole. No one can do it. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Props to Arsenal. They beat us. The deserved winners. And you just got to give them their props, man. 3 points lean. It is. That's how it has been for the past 3 games. It's an absolute joke. An absolute joke. And just last thing before I finish, because I know a lot of people are going to be getting at him and saying, Dom Solanke, is he a clown? Is he the player? 65 million flop, or all these other narratives they're going to create or try to do. Let's have it right, yeah? Dom Solanke was not the problem yesterday. As much as I think he could have done more with the opportunity that he did have where he took too many chances, touches in front of goal. I still think there's a player there. I still think he contributed a lot yesterday. He was digging in deep, winning the ball deep, trying to do some, hold up play, getting the ball into him on the chest, man on it, back to centre back, back to goal, playing the 1-2, trying to create something. And I saw him do that a lot yesterday, sort of winning it, laying it off to Son and then trying to get into the box. But the final third ball is just not there. The quality to find him in the box just isn't there. And he generally didn't have no clear-cut opportunities. I don't think we did as a team. And that's one of the problems that I find the most about us at the moment is we have a lot of the ball, but it's a lot of side-to-side football in their half. And there's no quickness to our attacks. There's no just, let's keep it one-touch football, 1, 2, 3, shoot. There's none of that. And far too often, we just keep the ball on the edge of their box, and teams get comfy with that, especially when you do it really slowly and you take your time to build up. The team's just going to sit on the back of their, sit on the edge of their box and really not have to do much. And yeah, we didn't ask enough questions of Arsenal yesterday. David Raya was not called into question enough with regards to the shots that we took, and yeah, we're made to pay. So yeah, man. Look, Arsenal 1, Tottenham 0. This has been your Durag Diaries review, and yes, look, as you know, There is no do-rag. Hairline's looking crazy because we didn't win. As you know how the rules are. No do-rag, no win. Oh, no win, no do-rag. Hopefully we're back next weekend, but I can't say that I'm hopeful of that. We should be having some more live streams this week, though. Make sure you keep a lookout for those. And we got more and more content coming for you. Definitely going to be live on a few other shows today as well as throughout this week. Catch me on the top 6, Never a Foul, Say TV, or here, there, and everywhere. But yeah, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. This has been Durag Diaries. Over and out, man.